So this is Lakshmi. Let me introduce myself before I speak to you people. It's been like 14 to 15 years of experience I have into IT, and as part of the training from initial days of my career, I started giving training on the technologies, whichever the technology that I work, so that I can give the real-time examples. And coming to the core skills of mine, it's like combination of reporting, ETL, and warehouse. So as part of that, the Snowflake training, I'll be the trainer for Snowflake. So before I go and start my demo or my the subject that I'll be delivering to you, if you have any questions, any, because Snowflake is a little new to the people, and first point is like, for this one, any audience is good. It might be a fresher, 2 to 3 years of experience, or any experienced guy who is working in another technology, established in other technology, but they can also come over to Snowflake and they can learn. So it is very convenient one, and also to start a career or for an experienced person. So anyone can come and join this one. And also the second point is, it will not have any coding. Basic SQL is required, that which we will be covering as part of our course. So there is no worry for that one as well. So we have only two conditions for this one, that is means like two questions generally people ask is coding, and what type of technology is required. So we don't have any background required for this one. That is the first point. And second point is like basic SQL is required, which we'll be covering as part of course. So you don't require any uh, upfront knowledge or background for this one to start your career in Snowflake. And how the career in Snowflake is now, the Snowflake is in boom, and each and every project is now moving towards to the cloud. So the cloud is required for us in all the projects, not some projects. So for all the projects, this is required. So this is from my side, like basic intro towards the Snowflake. So if you have any questions before I go and start, like what all the things that I'll be covering as part of Snowflake, if you have any questions which are like you need to understand, or you did not get information from any of the people, you can just shoot out to me now. First, I'll talk to you people, and then we will go and start the process. And if we don't have any questions, I just need to know like what type of audience I have here. So like your background or your skill set. If I know that one, based on that, I can take the examples in the session when we are talking, so that it will be convenient way for you people to understand, and also it will be easy for me to make you understand. So if you have any questions, you can just ask me. I'll just wait for a minute. If you don't have any questions, you can just introduce yourself from your side, so that I'll make a note like, okay, this set of people are coming, so that based on that I can give you the examples when explaining the things.
Hi Lakshmi, this is Shobha. I'm into SAP BW and HANA. So I'm
Okay.
having 8+ years of experience into this. I'm interested in
Mhm.
learning Snowflake. I don't know what is Snowflake, but how it is going to help me for my career, future career. I just wanted to know. And yeah,
So is part of your project, you have any project coming up, or you are for yourself, because Snowflake is heard everywhere, you are interested to
I,
learn. So if you tell me that reason, I'll just explain you the
yeah,
thing.
we don't have any projects at the moment, but maybe in future I may have to move on to some
Okay,
other
great. So then,
business.
what will happen is, Shobha, for you is, you will be working on this one. Whatever the project that comes to you, you can get into that Snowflake. If you have hands-on in Snowflake, that is one way. Or else, if you are looking for a growth in your career, you are looking for a change, then this will be an added advantage for you, because you will keep Snowflake as your means current project and all these things, right? So you will be having an added advantage to pick up your resume or to clear the interviews. And for growth purpose, this will be useful, because currently each and every project in any of the domain. I won't say like BI, ETL, any data warehouse project. Okay, any project which is currently using ETL or data warehouse anyway, whatever the cloud they are using, in that all clouds the Snowflake is used, because it is not limited to only one cloud provider. It is limited, or it doesn't have any limitations. It can work with any of the cloud provider. You might be working in AWS projects, you might be working in GCP projects, or you might be working in Microsoft like Azure projects. Wherever you are working, Snowflake fits. So we don't have worry that, oh, I'm working in this, so will I get a chance? No, there is a 100% chance for Snowflake to sit in any of the environment, and we can work in any of the environment. So in your current project, I don't know which technologies you are using, or you might get a chance. But if you're going to, if you learn this and if you want to grow, this will be an added for you.
Yeah, thank
Hope I
you.
answered your question.
Yeah, Lakshmi, this
Hi,
is
Lakshmi.
Sandeep. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
so
hi, Sandeep.
you will you be also covering the administration part of Snowflake? There is a
Correct.
direction from my
Yes,
company that
we'll be doing that one. Yes.
yeah, because that's not sure, but I might need to get a certification on Snowflake administration. So if you can
Yeah.
help me with that,
Okay. Yeah, 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 Sandeep. We'll be covering that one. No worries.
thank you.
Hi, Lakshmi. Myself
Hi.
Prasad Reddy. I
Yeah,
have the 10
Prasad.
years of I have the 10 years of experience in TIPCO technology, which is middleware and an integration tool. Okay. So I'm not aware of that what Snowflake, but I heard in other US and it is a good demand. So I am flying on this month ending. So I want to learn this one to make my career better in USA.
Yeah,
Is
great.
helpful
Yeah,
for me or?
this is true. Snowflake is very good, and means like I said, right, the same thing. Like we have a requirement for Snowflake in each and everywhere. So no worries. It will be helpful for you. No worries.
The thing is, it is required SQL knowledge, so pure or minimum knowledge
Basic
is enough.
SQL is required. Basic SQL, ANSI SQL you might have heard. So basic ANSI SQL is required. If you don't know that also, no worries. That is part of our course. We'll be covering that one.
Okay. So other than that, nothing, right? Coding like any Unix
Nothing
and
is required.
Python and
Nothing is required. You
just.
require just English. That's it. Nothing is required.
Okay. Okay, Lakshmi. Thanks for the help. Done.
Hello, Lakshmi.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, myself Rahul. Presently, I'm pursuing masters in CMU Central Michigan University. I'm about
Okay.
to grad this month, so I've quite done a research, and I've decided to take data engineering as my career path. So
Okay.
initially, I had a conversation with Venkat Garu and said that Snowflake would be like to take as a career option right now. So I've started taking this training as a part. I have done my bachelor's in computer science and engineering in Hyderabad, and presently I'm pursuing my master's. And I have basic knowledge, and I've also been through uh, the background of Snowflake. Yeah, that's it from my side.
Okay. Okay, for you this would be the perfect one. Okay, so but as a fresher, you will be trying a job. So directly cloud technology, if you just keep cloud as a fresher, fine, no problem, because you obviously you will be keeping SQL combination also. No worries. This would be a perfect start for you. I
So
don't.
I have a doubt, like, is it also mandatory to like take training on some of the cloud like AWS or Azure? Because here in America, like most of the options are available not only for Snowflake. There's a demand on cloud as well. So
On a demand on.
cloud like AWS or
This
Azure.
is a cloud technology, right? So this is a cloud technology. Your demand is in cloud technology. So this is a cloud technology. So no need to worry about it. So you are going to learn about cloud, and the architecture of the cloud will be covered as part of our course, as well as the architecture of the Snowflake. So those two things are different, and you will be given first initially the basic knowledge of your cloud, and then we will go for the Snowflake because this is a cloud technology. So without cloud knowledge, we can't understand, right? So basic things which are related to cloud will be covered as part of the course.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Hi Lakshmi Garu, this is Shafi. Actually, we do have cloud-based technologies. For example, you take AWS, Azure, or GCP. They do have their own data warehouses. Why we need to go for a Snowflake?
Yeah, that I answered already. That Snowflake can work in all the three environments. It is common platform which can be taken in all the three environments. If you go with AWS, you have to work only with Redshift, right? But
Yes.
now the
Yeah.
people are moving towards the Snowflake. Why? Because it is confined to only AWS. But a cloud provider. Cloud means it is a one where we will be choosing like which cloud should be used in which area. Okay, so for example, in India you are using cloud Asia, means AWS you are using, but the costing and everything is different in another area, right? There also, if you want to choose AWS because of this data warehouse, it will how the cost effective will be working for a client. Why they are going for cloud? To reduce their cost, right?
Yes.
So that
Exactly.
is the
Yeah.
main reason. So here AWS, there GCP, and somewhere Azure is there, but they will not have a common platform. So they require a different set of developers who can work in AWS, who can work in GCP, and who can work in Azure. But if you go for a Snowflake, if a client goes for a Snowflake, if he just chooses a person who can work in Snowflake, that is sufficient for me, right? For him, right? That he can work in all three environments because
So
Snowflake is a
after
common one which can work in any of the cloud.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. So after completion of this course, what kind of roles we can perform? Like major
Snowflake
part
developer,
as
Snowflake admin,
developer. Okay.
a Snowflake developer, you can go Snowflake admin, you can go if you're already a manager role, that sort of role that you're working, you will be helpful to your organization for fetching out some like projects that you can showcase your Snowflake, and you can showcase your cloud, and you can get some projects, means you can buy out some work for your people.
So after
Anyways, it
completion
will
of
be
this
useful.
course, how much experience we can put on Snowflake? I mean, I would like to know. Um,
The
can we
latest
put
project you can keep, because it's a new technology, you can't keep 7, 8, 9, 10 years of experience as the other technologies. This is a new
yes,
technology. It's been only from 2017 it has been started, and it's in 2018 it came into, means like projects has been started generally. So it's only 4 to 4 years or 5 years technology. So you can just keep 3 years or four if you're confident enough and you are able to crack each and everything that they shoot out to you. Then you can keep entire 5 to 6 years of experience. If you have any little doubt, you can just get 3 to 4 years of experience. Anything, means like what I suggest, what my suggestion to not only to you, everyone, whoever uh, want to keep a Snowflake in your in your resume, you can just keep your current project in Snowflake. That would be sufficient.
yeah, fine. So through this course, I mean, how many years confidence we can get? We can confidently say this much, 2 years or 3 years.
See, I can't say the years exactly. That will be completely depend upon your knowledge and the way
Yes,
that you
yes,
are grasping.
exactly,
But
exactly.
what
I
I
do
can
agree.
say is, from my side, what I can say is, you will be in a position to work as a person in a project, and if you get good knowledge along with me and get clarified about the things, you can work as a lead also in the Snowflake. That part I can say. I can tell you about the technical part, but not the things that how you can grasp, right?
Yes,
So,
yes, yes. Yeah.
from my side,
So
I'll be giving you the 100% what all the things that you're going to work in Snowflake when you're working in a project. Individually, you can work first thing like an IC. In a team, you can work, or you can lead. You can lead also if you have means like that sort of capabilities.
yeah, as a part of this
And
training,
also,
I will.
that's coming. I just want to add one more point over here because you have already raised it, like how many years I can present. So what I can say is like after completion of this course, you can do your. We'll have a 3 levels of certification in Snowflake: core and basic, means mid level and advanced. Or no, not three, we will be having two certifications, I guess. So one is core and one is advanced. Core certification you can complete of completion of this course. Advanced you can do that one also, but for a fresher point of view, advanced certification might not be possible because there will be more real time questions. So what I suggest is like after doing some one project at least, you can go for advanced certification in Snowflake. But core is sufficient and it is valid for 2 years. By that time you will be expert in Snowflake. Then you can just take away the advanced certification.
Yeah, yeah. For advanced certification, at least one project we have to work so that
That would be
we can
my
clear the.
suggestion.
Yeah, yeah.
That is my way of thinking, because than giving the exam and not getting the score and wasting the amount, I
Yes,
suggest
yes.
is like taking advanced test at least after working on one project, because core is the first one. Without core you can't do advanced, right? So first you
Yes,
clear
yes.
the core, then after 6 months you can just go with the advanced one as well.
Yeah. What would be the
Sorry
fee
to
for this
interrupt.
core one?
Sorry.
Fee for this core examination?
Fee would be like some 15,000 or something is there, I guess. I have given 1 year back. I don't remember exactly, but I think it is 15,000 or something.
Okay, okay.
It
Thank
was
you.
my project sponsorship, so I don't exactly, I don't know the amount, but I remember like 15,000, something like that.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other questions from any one of you?
Yeah, hi Lakshmi, myself Suvarna.
Yeah, hi.
Actually, basically, I am an Informatica developer. I have 4 years of experience. So I am looking for cloud side. I am getting more opportunity on cloud side. So will this course helpful for certification?
Yes, sure, 100%.
Mm, yeah. Will you provide the certification?
Certification, how can I provide? I can give you the content, you have to work on it, and you have to write the exam. I did not get your question actually. Content means like what you want me to provide for the certification. Whatever the thing that I deal with the sessions, it will be
Hmm.
useful for you without any real, means like without any hands on, means like hands on in the sense in the project, real project. Without that you can
Okay.
complete your core certification. That only I said in the previous
Yeah.
discussion also. But for advanced, I suggest, it's my personal suggestion, that you just go with the one project completion and then go for advanced certification. You'll have more
Yeah.
clarity for that reason.
Okay.
But for core, you can just do the course, go with me, go with the flow, like what all the things, what all the assignments that I do, I give it to you, what all the work that I give, you have to practice, you have to come up and understand the things. Then you can just after, immediately after your course, you can just go for this course certification.
Yeah.
It is all
Okay,
about how
Lakshmi.
you spend time and how you learn, that's it.
Yes. Okay. Okay, Lakshmi. Thank you.
So, so Lakshmi, for admin part also there is a core and advance.
Only two certifications, I think. In admin questions also were part of my certification actually in advance. So I think, as of my remembrance, I'm not sure on it. You can just check once. But for me, as of my understanding, Snowflake have two certifications, core and advanced. In that only the admin and everything will be covered. I'm
Oh,
thinking so.
okay.
Because admin, I'm not sure we have a separate certification. I'm not sure. I can just check and get back to you on that. But as of my remembrance and understanding, we have only two certifications, core and advanced.
Yeah, if you have the link or the knowledge how what are the certification, that will be helpful.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I'll
certification part.
definitely let you know in the next session. No problem.
Sure.
For admin part, you're asking, right? So I can just let you know.
Correct. Yes. Thank you.
Any questions from anyone of you? Any other questions?
Yeah, hi Lakshmi, myself Ashok.
Yeah. Hi.
I'm having 6+ years of experience into reporting side. So mostly I do reporting on the data warehouse side only. So, but I'm not aware of exactly like how this data warehouse builds and everything. So, will that be part of this course, or will just
Basics of
do it?
data warehouse also I'll be including into this one. Okay.
Hmm.
So no worries. If you're from any other background, also no worries. You can have just basics of a data warehousing and basics of cloud, and then the Snowflake.
Okay, great. I have one more question. Like, so will this course part of like migration scenarios covered? Let's say
Correct. It will be
companies
covering.
having on.
Yeah. It will be
Okay,
covering migration project scenarios. It will be covered, and ETL project scenarios. It will be covered, and how after loading the data to the Snowflake, how it is going to while loading, not after, while loading the snow data to the Snowflake, how you are going to replace the existing ETL system, and you are going to use only Snowflake for ETL purpose and data warehouse purpose, how you are going to use Snowflake, that also you'll be covering. I'll be covering over here. And after that, how this Snowflake is used in other reporting tools, that is also covered over.
great. Thank you.
The flow for Snowflake is like you will be having your existing source system, okay, or you will be having an existing system already running in your production. Like you will be having your source, ETL, and then your warehouse, which are completely loaded and running perfectly in your production environment. But still, the client is looking for a cloud. They want to move all the production code to your cloud, that is Snowflake. Why? Because it is less cost for them, and also less resources are required for this one. That is the reason clients are interested towards the cloud. Actually, the reason for the cloud is, that is the reason they will be having a less cost, and they require less resources and less maintenance, and also sometimes no maintenance also. For that reason, the people are moving towards cloud, and because of that, the existing entire system will be moved from the well working environment to the cloud. There you have to, while doing that one, it will be again a brand new development will be happening. So you will be replacing your ETLs. So how you will be replacing your ETLs, that you are going to see as part of one of our uh, the explanations, and also how you can work individually, that I can show, that I can tell you. And also some migration projects will be there, where there will be some scenarios, like some sunset applications will be there in our projects, in our towards our clients. So they want everything to be kept in cloud, and then they want to sunset the application. So there you have to work on migration projects, where you will be given only a single person chance. No two, three, four, 5 persons will be there. You, a single person, have to work on the migration projects in the Snowflake. So that sort of examples will also be covered for you.
Hi Lakshmi, what are the alternative technologies available for this Snowflake in the
What are the
market? Alternate technologies. For example, if I want to
alternative
go,
technologies? Is this is a data warehouse. As a Snowflake resource, as a Snowflake person, I'll say that no alternative for Snowflake, because what are the data warehouses that can work on cloud are having a limitation, saying that I can work only with my cloud provider. But Snowflake doesn't have that limitation. Snowflake can work with any other cloud provider, now and in future also. I don't know which cloud provider is going to come in future, but if it any cloud provider new one comes up also, Snowflake is ready to can work with
so we
that
can
as well.
say, there is no competitor to this Snowflake in the market at this moment.
As a Snowflake resource, I have to say that one because I'm working on it. So I'll say that one. But if any other person comes and fights with me, I might not be, I might judge something. But as per their experience, they can say that one. But from my experience and what all the things that I'm seeing currently in the environment of the data warehousing side, I feel that Snowflake can handle the things.
Yeah. Okay.
No need
Thank you.
of going to the another technology. Actually, my personal feeling is that one. And I can say that it is sufficient at this point to move towards cloud. This would be the right one, because it is a short duration of the course, and also in short duration you can complete your course, get a hands-on, and also get a certification. This much easy means, like this short in short duration. there is no means like if you want to go for a Python, it's a programming language where you have to write the code, think logics. It's like more time taking courses, right? The other things. This one is like limit a small time, faster, and also good amount of payment. With just 2 3 years of experience in Snowflake, you can just earn some more amount, more you can get more payment when compared to the other technologies. So I would suggest this would be the easiest one to settle down.
Through this training, are we going to have any live project, something like that, or only course content we are going to see?
Yeah, we are going to see only the codes. Live project things, I think you are also working person, so we can't share those things because those are client things. So we can't share. That is an what we can say. We can't share the client things, right? The live project I can't show you, but what all the things that we are going to do in our course will be the work that what we are going to do in your project. So from the day one onwards, the basics, at least for 2 to 3 days, I guess it will be a theoretical class because I need to cover the basics of cloud, basics of Snowflake architectures. These things I have to cover. So initially, it might be a theoretical class for 2 to 3 days, or max to max 4 days, and from fourth day onwards, it will be only the Snowflake tool where you will be working, and we will be going in a way like how you are going to create a project, how you are going to create roles, how you are going to do the admin activities, how you are going to run the uh, load the data, run the tables, how you are going to schedule all these things. So it will be like the project only. You will be working on a project here, but with a sample data, not the live data.
Yeah, Lakshmi. For example, if someone asks what is the difference between Snowflake and Redshape, then what is your answer?
The one simple answer which I told you like before, this can work with all the cloud providers, that is only limited to AWS. That would be the straightforward answer. It has a limitation and this doesn't have a limitation. The technology that rules the industry is which doesn't have that limitations. If we are having a limitations, obviously you're sticking something till there only, right? It might
Yeah.
have a
So
bright, more great features than this one, but it has a limitation. But this one doesn't have a limitation. So the people will choose which one, which doesn't have a limitation and which can fit anywhere and which can who can work from anywhere. That only will be chosen, right? Than the one that will be in normal things also, not only in IT, in any of the industry. Who is having limitations can't grow. That's it.
okay,
Simple.
okay. So what you want to tell is AWS Redshift can operate only on AWS infrastructure, whereas Snowflake can work on any platform.
Cloud,
You mean like
all three cloud providers.
yeah, AWS or Azure or GCP. Okay, so
Yeah.
it can work on all platforms. Okay,
Yeah,
so that
and a
is one point.
single resource is sufficient to work on all these three. But if you are limiting yourself to only AWS, GCP, and all these things, three resources are required. Who can work in Azure, who can work in AWS, who can work in GCP? Three resources are required. But when you are going to work on Snowflake as a manager, if you want to take a decision, you will not go for a three person's billing, right? You will go for a one person billing, but you will charge three persons billing over there. Like that, you can save to your company. So this way,
Yeah,
the
because
Snowflake will be
yeah,
useful.
that is because I think only one engineer is working, so yeah, he can manage. That's what you mean, right? Only one
Correct.
resource is enough,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, this is okay. So you say that it's platform, independent, or it can work on any of the infrastructure or platform. Okay. So that is okay. Yeah, that is definitely yeah one point to be considered. Any other you say?
We
Any
have
other
so
point?
many best features in Snowflake. All the things we can't tell. The best thing at this point, initial days of your course, to take a decision that you are going in a right direction or not, that point would be sufficient. And we have advanced features of Snowflake like time travel and task creation, and you can replace ETL with Snowflake, and also you can replace other data warehouses with your Snowflake. So there are so many advantages of going with the Snowflake. So that one we will be dealing on our daily basis. Daily you will know one advantage over the other technologies when you're working on a Snowflake, when you're learning the concepts. At the initial days, we initially to take a decision that you should go with the Snowflake or not, that point would be sufficient. It is a platform independent and you can work on any environment, you can replace the resources and you can get a billing. And
Yeah,
also
that's
it is
right.
easy to, yeah, that would be the
Yeah,
initial answer. And while going with the topics, you will know the advantages of the Snowflake rather than the others. And the
yeah,
main
okay.
things that I can tell you is like replacement of ETL, and also the time travel is there in Snowflake, and also the performance is in your hand. You don't require to depend upon the other person. As a developer or as an admin, you have everything in your hand to control the performance of your project. So no need to spend an extra time for performance tuning. Generally in data warehouses the performance issue will be more, so you have to tune the things. So that tuning you can do from the step one itself, not after the entire code is developed, not there, but in the initial days, starting onwards, you will be doing everything, will be in your hand how to take that decision. So that is another benefit of Snowflake technically.
Yeah, because but then they will say that for example, take Redshift also has its own features, and it can also, I mean, definitely they are also converting existing ETL into Redshift.
See, at the end of the day, the decision is client decision. It's not our decision. We are just a people who are working on the technologies. We are not the clients. If you are the client, think in that way. If you are the client, you are going to spend on three resources or a single resource. My suggestion would be, means my way of thinking would be, I'll take a single resource who can work on all three because I want to save money. If the client decides that no, I don't want to work on any other thing, I'm big a fan of Redshift. I will work only with Redshift. It's his decision, right? We can't control on
You
him.
see, I think you see what you're saying is, if Redshift, if a customer is willing to use Redshift, GCP, and maybe Azure, then only he need three resources, right? If he is only going for AWS or Snowflake, if he is going only for AWS, then he is only spending for one resource only, right? There also.
Yeah, only one, only single resource.
Yeah. Now you tell me, with respect to cost, which is better, Snowflake or?
Snowflake will be better. Snowflake will be better. Why? Because this example also I have already told in the starting of our class. Because the same example I will be taking. AWS for Asia. See, we have three cloud providers and they have their own sort of billing. All the three cloud providers, they have their own sort of billing will be there. For example, AWS is charging 5 rupees per minute, and GCP is charging 4.5 rupees per minute, and Azure is charging 4.8 per minute. Okay, so which is costlier? 5 rupees is costlier, means AWS is costlier than the GCP and Azure. Okay, that is as part of Asia. And now you are going to, your client will not be limited only to Asia. He will be having his resources or his projects or his things running from the other part of the world also. So there the GCP is providing a less cost and AWS is 10 rupees and GCP is 5 rupees. There obviously the cloud provider, he will choose GCP only, not the AWS. And in some other part Azure is less, and AWS is 20 and GCP is 25, but Azure is giving only for 5 rupees. Then obviously from that region he will be choosing Azure, the cloud provider. The cloud is you availability, flexibility, and you will be having a feasibility to work from anywhere of the world. That is cloud actually. So the cloud provider can be chosen based on this properties. Will be chosen, not can be chosen, will be chosen on these properties. The first property would be the cost. The second property would be the region. So based on these two things, the cloud provider will be chosen from anywhere of the world or any state of the world. Means like country. Okay, on that basis they will be choosing the cloud provider, and that is the reason I'm saying that whatever the cloud provider you choose, you can work with Snowflake in all the three. If you just choose AWS from Asia with the 5 rupees, and then from there from 10 rupees, and from there from 20 rupees, So what is the overall cost that is charged for the client? It will be huge cost. So why they are moving from the on-premises to this cloud? To reduce the cost. That is the main reason the cloud came into the market, to reduce the cost. They will not
Yes.
give, they will not go and pay more amount, right? So for that reason, the cloud provider will be chosen based on the cost in the region, and now they require a common platform where it can work on all the three providers. So the Snowflake is that one.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah,
Lakshmi
It is
Garu,
only about the, it is, see, if I want to tell openly, it is only about the cost, nothing else. If, as a Snowflake resource, I might not say this point. As a trainer, also, I might not say this point. But as a IT person, I'm saying that because any technology will have its own benefits, and pros and cons will be there for every technology. But more pros and more useful to the client. It's not for you or me. The client decides like how much profit he is getting when compared with this technology to this technology. If he is getting more profit at this technology, he is going towards that one. That is the reason we are getting so many technologies day wise. We are getting new technologies. That is the reason, right? That I'm going to give more profit, more profit, more profit. Profit is is the reason for at the end of the day. So based on that, the Snowflake gives the more profit to the people, to the end users. That is the reason Snowflake is booming now.
Lakshmi
yeah.
Garu, during your experience with Snowflake, have you noticed any drawbacks or
Your
limitations of
voice
this
is very
Snowflake?
low. Can you just a little louder, please?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Is it audible now?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Yeah, I'm asking, as you have experience on Snowflake, have you noticed any limitations of this product, Snowflake? Any
Till now, I did
limitations?
not see any limitation. Whatever the feasibility, that only I said, right? My profile is a combination of data warehousing, in which I can work on ETL, I can work on reporting. These are the two edges of the data warehousing. Like migration projects, or ETL is the one starts the project, and reporting is the one that ends the project. Okay, for data warehousing side. So I have a hands-on with both of these two things. So I did not see any limitation at this point, and also it is very comfortable to work with Snowflake.
So, what
Because
do
I
you
have
suggest?
on the other data warehouses also, I have worked on them as well. But this is, I feel like this would be the comfortable way, because we should not, for example, I'll just take in a basic example. When you were doing your C language course, you have to write all your statements, right? But advanced to that one, we got a oops concept. Okay, so in oops, what were there, some additional features has been added. So C++ has dominated, people said. But if you don't know the basic thing, what is the use of having a dominating one? So the Snowflake is like that one, which is uh, like a base for you to work on any of the cloud, in any of the technology that comes from beyond this Snowflake also. This would be the base one,
Can you
which
please
will be
walk us
useful
through
for
the
you
course
to lay down
contents?
its cloud. Sorry.
Can you please walk us through course contents?
Yeah. So if means like, just I just wanted to let the people know these things. That's the reason I was asking. So we'll just go
Yeah.
through this. I'll just make it little
Just
bigger here.
index the
So
course contents will be
yeah,
good.
this is a big thing, a big thing. I have added so many things here. That is the reason it is showing as a blur. But I'll just read out to you. Okay. So first, initially, what we will be doing is, as I said, like initially we will be having a theoretical class. There we will be setting up like how the data used to be in the past, how it is calculated, how the data is collected. All these things we will be understanding, because why we are going to understand that one is like, data warehouse is all about data. Before data warehouse is also about data, and after data warehouse is also about data. In reporting or in ETL or in data warehouse, wherever you talk, it is about data. So we have to understand like how the data used to be in past, present, and future, how it is going to, means how the growth of data will be there in your future. And based on that, how this cloud will be useful for you. If the data is going to grow enormously in future, how this cloud is going to useful for you, means how it is going to handle that basic part. We will be understanding as initial days cloud fundamentals, that will be called as like cloud architecture, cloud fundamentals, what all the things that are required as part of cloud basic knowledge, that will be explained. And then we will see like how the cloud is different and cloud data warehouse is different. So the difference we will understand, and what is the evolution of data warehouse, those things we will be covering as part of initial 2 to 3 days. And then we enter to the Snowflake. Introduction of the Snowflake will be given over here. Just a minute. This part, introduction of the Snowflake will be given, and why Snowflake, and what is the architecture that Snowflake is using. It has a three-tier architecture. What is the benefit of having three-tier architecture? And till cloud, before cloud, the shared nothing and shared disk was ruling the market, and still it is there in the market, but still the Snowflake is booming out because of its three-tier architecture. So we will be going to understand first what is shared nothing and shared disk, and then we will understand the architecture of the Snowflake. And then we will try to build the virtual warehouses in the Snowflake, and we will understand like in which region what pricing will be there, and what is the ecosystem of Snowflake, and how you can provide benefits to your end user, and what is the competition that we are having towards the Snowflake. Those all things will be covered as part of introduction to the, means here we will be introduced, you will be introduced to the Snowflake environment and the tool that you are going to work, and all this explanation what all the features that you have, all those things will be added as part of introduction. And then I have divided the entire main topics of Snowflake into two, part one and part two. So in part one, we will be going through the security and access management, mostly the admin part. Admin part we will be covering in the part one, which includes the clustering, partitioning, performance, how the query runs, and how you have to reduce the cost of your query, like join conditions, how you can reduce performance wise, admin activities, security, all those parts will be covered as part one. And coming to the part two, it will be like how to, this would be more towards the cloud part. Okay, this would be more towards the admin part, and this towards the development part. And in this part two, will be have, you have to create your individual stages, and you have to give access. This is admin, but this is like development, most towards the development. And like what type of discretionary access you should give, means like we will be having so many different accesses, in that which should be given to which person at what role, and how they are using. And also to, not only to the individual, I'm talking about the warehouses. You have to create your warehouses, you have to create your stages, you have to create your schemas, everything will be done by yourself only in the Snowflake. Okay, so how you have to do, and how the data dynamic masking will be used, all these things will be covered as part of part 2. And then we go for the Snowflake objects. Here, by seeing the names, you people feel that okay, this is the function, this is the procedure, that is fine. The script and everything, here comes the requirement of your basic SQL. I said right, basic SQL, that basic SQL will be coming over here required. Okay, so here we'll be creating your data types. We have some different type of data types because Snowflake supports semi-structured data. So how that data types will be useful for you. Unstructured and semi-structured, we have different type of data, right? So how this data is handled in Snowflake, that things will be covered over here as part of Snowflake objects. And different type of tables we have, and different type of views we have, how to create a view, how to create a task for the view to run it, means like task in a sense. In general language we say that as a scheduling, right? So that scheduling is called as task over here in Snowflake. So how to create that scheduling part, how to work on that one, how to trigger that one, those all things will be covered as Snowflake objects over here. And then we have different type of data sets we will be working in Snowflake. So we'll most of the time we in ETL or data warehousing, we'll be getting the data in files, right? If you have a relational database, that is fine, you are free, that is common to everyone. So I'm just taking some example of files, like loading the data to the Snowflake. I said right, like replacing ETL. So how to replace the ETL, that we will do in Snowflake using a file, like loading the data and unloading the data. These two things will be covered, means replacement of ETL. And then these are the best features. Someone has asked me like are what Snowflake provides. These are the features that Snowflake provides, which are very good and cost efficient and also time saving and also very less coding. Okay, these are the features that we have, like streams. Streams in the sense like we can get only the changes snapshot type of things, task, replacement of scheduling. And snow pipe, if you have continuous files, we can create a pipe and load the data to the warehouse without any ETL required, any other person sitting over there and loading the data, or you can replace that one and you can create a pipe. And also we have a time travel, which is a very best feature according to the clients, not according to me, but according to the client. It is a very best feature for the time travel. Time travel we have, and cloning and sharing. These are the features Snowflake provides. And at this point, this is the features that I'm having at the current version. By the time we complete our course, if any new feature has been added to the Snowflake content, we will be dealing that one as well. But at this point, I could sort these features, and if any new thing comes up, we will be adding that one also. So this way the course is structured and divided. And initially we will be doing the basics, introduction to Snowflake architecture and all these things. Then divide the entire course into four parts, like admin, development, ETL, and then we go to the advanced part of our features. And then after doing all this one, if anything is required, any reporting tool, I can just add one reporting tool, how to connect the Snowflake with the reporting tool, like that. This would be the course that I have designed, and in this way we'll be going. And if any new feature coming up in between, I'll be adding them as well in the course. Any other questions? If you have, you can just ask me. If not,
Yeah, hi Lakshmi,
we
this is
close.
Hi,
Pratyush here.
Lakshmi.
Yeah, please.
Lakshmi
Just
garu,
to confirm,
for any
we'll be practicing, so it will be open source for if you want to practice Snowflake, or it will be like
Yeah,
paid
for
too.
this one will be, we can just log in. And this is I'll let you know how to create an account with the Snowflake. It's a free only. You don't require to pay anything. It's a 30 days free version. You will be available. You will be getting. So you can practice over there. And duration of the course would be like 5 days a week. We'll have Monday to Friday. We'll not have classes on Saturday and Sunday. 5 days a week, daily 1 hour. And duration, as a trainer, I need to say, I can say like it is 30 to 35 days, but it is completely based on you people, like how many questions you shoot out to me and how much explanation, how much subject you grab from me. That is based upon you. But as a trainer, I need to say, that's the reason I'm saying like 30 to 35 days course. It
so
is just
along
a
with this
number. I'm not saying that it is mandatory that we are going to do within 30 or that, like that, but it is completely based on you people. Yeah.
Lakshmi garu, we have versions, right? In this Snowflake also, do we have versions? What is the latest version? Something like that.
Latest version only we are going to take.
Yes, yes. It will
For
be like some 4.5, something like that. For example, Oracle, if we take
I
9.
don't remember the number exactly, but whatever the one that we are going to take is the latest one only we are going to work, because you will be enrolling for yourself, right, for your account. So obviously the Snowflake will give you the latest one only, with what are the
Yes, yes.
latest features. I don't remember the exact number, but you will get the latest version only when you enroll for the practice one.
Yeah.
And
Generally, in this case, Snowflake.
timing suggestion would be given by admin guys. They will be giving you the timing suggestion. Mostly the same timing it will be. I'm thinking so. If there would be any change, they will let you know.
Lakshmi
Any
garu, there are
Yeah,
any add-ons we need to learn along with this Snowflake, which are
no, not required.
okay, okay. Yeah.
And someone was asking my contact number. You can just connect with the admin people. They will connect with me, and you can have discussion with me if you want anything apart from this one. Uh, Yes, you can claim for 3 years of experience, no problem. So one suggestion that is means like one thing that I'm just asking you is you can just drop your phone numbers and email IDs in the chat window so that we can have any discussion is required. Also, we can just this one we can share with you. I have shared already the content, and if you want any additional content, they will give you. Mm,
So timing's not clear as of now.
timings would be the same timing, or timings is same timing. If not, it will be like 8 o'clock or something like that, 8 or 9. Anything is fine. Means timing is completely based on the people joining, right? So generally, what time we choose is like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So in the morning timings. So whichever is compatible to the people, based on that the classes will be. So once if you're confirmed, you can just let them know like this is the timing. According to that, the sessions will be started. Yeah, the number is also given over here. You can just drop your email IDs and phone numbers over here in the chat so that they can connect with you, or you can just connect with them. They will connect with me, and you can talk to me if any other questions are left over which are not cleared over here. Okay.
Lakshmi garu,
Recordings of the course is generally not suggestible. I prefer you people attend the class. Okay, recordings is like if I give you the recordings, people will not listen in the class. That I have seen already in my previous batches. So my suggestion would be you just attend the class, ask your questions, understand the things, whatever the time that you're spending for 1 hour and whatever the amount that you're spending for that 1 hour class, you just utilize it. My suggestion would be recordings thing we can see it later. I won't suggest to take the recordings because if you have recordings daily, we will miss the class. We will not concentrate on the class. We will have so many things working around because we, in mind we will have like we are having a recording, but we will never go and see that recording again. So
Do you provide
my
some
suggestion.
material, Lakshmi? Do you provide some
Material
material?
and everything is not required because this is a lab work that you are going to do. You are going to get a hands-on. It's not a theoretical part. You are going to study. Okay. So whatever the things that you are going to get in a certification or in your project, that all things you are going to do by yourself in the project as a means like as a work. So you don't require any theoretical notes for this one. This is a lab activity.
Okay.
Okay, so someone has posted as latest version of the Snowflake also. Thanks for that one, Money, I guess. Thanks, Money. So if you don't have any questions, I'll be just stopping out here. You can just connect with the people. Then we can see like how the things goes on. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.